Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and friends beyond the binary, we are here, we are queer, we are full of fear, because we are back in the Nexus, Heroes of the Storm. This time, live casting instead of replay casting. ReGen Divine against Cats on my keyboard, that is NGS Div B West, and I made sure that it was West and not East or West, like yesterday. ReGen Divine banned out Dragonshire and Alterac. And Cats on my keyboard banned out Cursed Hollow and the other Cursed Hollow, which is Garden of Terror. ReGen Divine did win the coin flip, so they're going first pick, which means Cats on my keyboard are taking us to Towers of Doom for map 1, which I am not used to. It's usually, if you play in Girls Gank Squad, it's usually Towers of Doom on a game 5 out of a best of 5 series, because we like giving ourselves grey hairs, I think, is the deal. The lobby's up. I'm in there. It was me stick all of ReGen Divine. That would have been great. We're just waiting on one person, it looks like, but I wanted to get going and throw some announcements out and stuff like that. I am on a 30-second delay, so if you say anything in chat and I don't respond to you for 30 seconds, it's because I hate you. I'm kidding. It's because I'm on a 30-second delay. I shouldn't joke about that, should I? Really, I hope everybody is doing well and is having a good NGS season so far. Hopefully we can chat to the winning team and ask how their season's going. I am not playing in a team this season, focusing on the casting shenanigans, and looking forward to casting this one. I don't know if I think I've casted Div B like once, so this is semi new. I'm honored. It is both an honor and a privilege. It looks like we have all of the players in the lobby now. We're just figuring out who has the beautiful captain hat. So yeah, for those of you, you might recognize one or two people in the lobby. Maybe. I will try and remain as neutral as possible and keep it classy. You know me. And professional, maybe. I'll try my best. I will say cast already. With a smiley face. Iron, congrats on first. I'm sorry I don't have the another one set up over here in my NGS stuff. Yeah, who is that? Okay, an unknown person joined. Sauron spelled wrong. Spelled incorrectly. We're just trying to figure out who that is. And they left the lobby. Okay. Alright. We figured that one out real quick. Dear. Hey, Iron, no problem. No problem. Yeah, so for those new, this is NGS, so Nexus Gaming Series. Div B West, ReGen Divine against Cats on my keyboard. Caster's ready, ReGen Divine are ready, and Cats on my keyboard is now ready, so we're going to get into draft here real quick. First map is Towers of Doom. Cats on my keyboard took us there, and ReGen Divine have first pick. So let's see what they do with it. 10 points to whoever recognizes names in this team. If I had a point system. Everybody's ready. Cast is still ready. We. And there will be an ad coming up in 50 seconds. Which is unfortunate, but at least it's during draft and hopefully not during the game. So here we go. So Wafflecopter on ReGen Divine's got the captain hat. And Ghost on Cats on my keyboard, which might be my favourite team name in all of NGS. The captain hat goes to Ghost. Let's see, they're thinking about it. Gotta use all that time. I'm really glad my overlay is pretty lined up. thank God. I had to make everything bigger because I got a gaming monitor and all the resolutions were off. So at least it doesn't look janky. First ban is gonna be on the old Hogger. I am not too familiar with the players in the lobby aside from 2 of them and what they play. So Hogger could be a target ban, but also Hogger is just strong, eh? Strong on a lot of maps. I don't know if Hogger even particularly has a weak map. But yeah, if you're good at that Crash Bandicoot, that warrants a ban. Johanna ban coming out, which, you know, you're used to seeing in something like Silver and Gold Storm League, but of course Valk Slayers has approximately a million levels on Johanna, so could be both your regular run-of-the-mill ban, but also a target ban. Yeah, so on Towers of Doom, we're seeing Stukov banned out next from ReGen Divine. I wonder if that means there's a good Stukov player on the side of Cats on My Keyboard. Stukov obviously incredibly strong on any map. The only downside really that he has is obviously he doesn't bring a cleanse, but when Towers of Doom is one of those maps that's all about win the bot lane, win the game, with all of those camps down there, a puddle on you're just chilling, trying to take your own camp, and Stukov comes along and puddles it, and you get invaded. It really empowers the invade. Similarly to Junkrat on this map too, a satchel on the enemy team's camp really enables an invade. Yeah, Iron. Every map is a Hogger map like Junkrat. And I think you said that as Junkrat was banned over on my end. Obviously the 30-second delay might have that switched up. Logic locking in the Blaze, so that's high prio on the Blaze for ReGen Divine, and we'll see which 2 picks Cats on My Keyboard pick up. Blaze incredibly strong double soaker, and you'll probably see that happening on this map between top and mid, and then as is custom, the 4 other people hang out in bot and try and shove that. Tassadar and Anduin being picked up by Cats on My Keyboard. Interesting to see a Tassadar picked that high up. Again, though, it's probably Delta Snipers, like one of their mains, and it makes probably makes a lot more sense than if you were to see this in Storm League. It's so cool to see the differences between Storm League and coordinated play and what works and what doesn't. A very lovely duo being locked in by Divine here. So Valk Slayers on Moradin and Yoa on Rhaegar, my boy Rhaegar. And we're into the last ban phase. One more ban for each team. Let's see what happens. Cats on My Keyboard don't have a solo laner yet. Leoric is still up, if anybody plays him. Malthael is still up with On a Pale Horse. That makes for really quick rotations between top and mid. They are opting to ban the Sylve, because of course Slice does play a mean Sylvanas. And also a mean Junkrat, by the way. I forgot about that because I was talking about Stukov and Junkrat rather than who on Divine plays Junkrat. Slice does a very good job at Junkrat. Cats on My Keyboard didn't want any of that. None of that noise. Drumroll. Last ban of map 1 is a Karazim. That has to be a target ban. Don't know on who, but that's got to be a target ban. Not often that you see a Karazim ban. Unless somebody plays it incredibly well. Well enough for it to warrant one of those 3 ban slots. Yeah, so we're still seeing a solo lane. I wonder who it'll be. Sonya, Leo, Malthael, a Leoric. So Ghost picks up Leoric, and PG Red picking up a Nubrak. A Nubrak incredibly strong. He's one of my favorite tanks, but he's one of the best vision tanks in the game, and I think that Bush in bot lane between the 2 camps and controlling that vision and stalling rotations safely is definitely one of the Nubrak's specialities. I will say Moradin is like the 2nd best vision tank, or they're both equal at number 1, so both teams have the vision game down. And ReGen Divine rounding out their draft for map 1 with Slice on Valor, and Wafflecopter on Kael'thas. And Mac Daddio is the last one to pick here. Maybe an auto attacker of some kind. Picking a Greymane might be a little bit risky, but Greymane always comes to mind whenever camps are prio. And it is a Tychus. So Tychus will do some good stuff into that front line of Blaze and Moradin. Obviously, we have the little swap round. See if anybody does a switcheroo, but it doesn't look like that is happening. So in 10 seconds here, we're going to get into our first map of the best of 3 series between ReGen, Divine, and Cats on my keyboard, which is Div B West. There is no portrait synergy. This isn't GGS, is it? You can tell. There's no portrait synergy. Well, there's 3 cats over on the side of Cats on my keyboard. But they're trying over there. I'm superstitious. I would have to have my whole team have the same portrait. Alright, here we go then.
For battle, heroes.
So on the left side, on the blue team on ReGen Divine, you have Wafflecopter on Kael'thas, Slice on Valor, Valkyslays on Moradin, Absolute Year on Rhaegar, and Logic on Blaze. And on the right side, on the red team on Cats on my keyboard, you got Delta Sniper on Tassadar, Magdadio on Tychus, Apple on Anduin, PG Red on Anubarak, and Ghost on Leoric, showing off their mastery taunts. And the Love Bug skin for Anubarak, which is the best skin in the game. Prove me wrong. I'm just looking at level 1s here. It's looking pretty standard. Let's hit that Z button. I'm too zoomed in. Slice taking a chunk of damage over there. ReGen Divine coming back into mid lane. And Leo has already rotated top. Blaze is soon to follow, and both teams wander down into the bot lane. Valk looking to actually mess up the rotations of Cats on the keyboard. Shout out to Valk's mom indeed. So yeah, this is pretty much what you're gonna see for the first few levels. Both teams staying on top of that soak. Wall coming out, Tychus grenade on 2 members of Divine, but Rhaegar heals that up, no problem. Camps are now up, and so both teams will rotate. Who has the faster camp clear? I would think Divine, but oh, Blaze actually coming down, looking for the camp invade, trying to take advantage of the slower camp clear. Let's see what they can make happen. Blaze stunning onto Tassadar. Anduin pulls Tassadar out, but Slice secures the kill anyway. Valk getting super low, does jump out. Yoda on Rhaegar still on the point, but does walk away. 1-for-0 trade in favor of Divine, but unfortunately could not quite pull that camp steal off. You love to see it though. You love to see it. Tassadar coming back here, no problem. Death time is pretty low at the 2-minute mark. Divine picking up level 4 first, but Cats on the keyboard will follow shortly. Some sappers getting a little bit of damage on the cannon tower and gate in bot lane of Cats on my keyboard. So Divine have a little bit more of a advantage, but level 4's picked up for both teams. You got Rhaegar going the standard totem build. Very successful. Oh my gosh, stun coming out onto Apollon Anduin, followed up by the gravity lapse. Divine almost get that Anduin down, but PG Red coming into peel helps Anduin live to see another day. 3 bell towers now coming up in this first objective phase of map 1. Me too, Iron, me too. Oh, Anduin is in a tricky spot here, and Valk smelled that one. Rhaegar following up with the bite, and unfortunately that means Cats on my Keyboard are down an Anduin for this spell tower phase. Having said that, both solo laners do pick up their respective towers up there. With that Anduin pick, ReGen Divine are going to try and cap this one, but the stall that Tassadar provides from a safe distance is a pain in the bum. MacDaddy on Tychus stepping up a little bit too far, and Slice says, heck no. Heck no. Heck no. I was going to rhyme and say daddy-o, but I hate myself. So I'm gonna rapidly back away from that, but I had to let you know, and welcome to my pain. So level 7 online, they've got about like a half level lead, have Divine. Level 7 talents coming online for Divine. We're looking at Valor going into face build. Nice tail fest. Pretty standard build there. Off lane build for Blaze. It's all looking good. It's all looking good. I don't have any comment there. ReGen Divine picking up that camp super quickly. They have so much of a lead to then have Blaze rotate and try this camp steal again here in the bot lane. Leo is coming down now, but I think it'll be a little bit too late. They might even be able to turn and cap Leo here on the rotation. Wafflecopter in a bad spot, but Valk doing a good job of healing. PJ Red burrowing in, and Valk trying to make the most of that and jump on top and get a stun off on an Uberak. Punish them for burrowing in, but not quite. So this time, ReGen Divine do pull off that camp steal, and their sappers in bot lane finish off the wall and the cannon tower down here. Slice back in on Valor, topping off on resources. So let's check what's going on. Check what's going on up here. Obviously, boss is on the map now. Leo's got a bit of a lame prio going on for Cats on my Keyboard. Woo! PJ Red getting pulled out, but with a living bomb. So that's a tricky thing that Anduin has to look out for and try and work around. Three people on ReGen Divine stacking there into a lot of damage from Tassadar. Delta Sniper and Tassadar. PJ Red burrowing in does not connect with the stun, but Valk getting caught out, unfortunately, right before this one bell tower objective phase in bot. Absolute Yoda getting really low as well, and MacDaddy-o trying to get some of that, but nothing doing there. The second objective going over to Cats on my Keyboard. Both teams looking around the same XP. Both at level 9, level 10s will be coming along soon. Oh, an Uberak getting picked up by that gravity lapse. There was some follow-up damage there, but not quite enough. Maybe if there was a stun from Moradin, but Valk was respawning. Can't be in two places at once. Level 10's actually coming online for Cats on my Keyboard first now. They've made up a little bit of that XP deficit they were working with. And what level 10s are we seeing over there? Entomb, Black Hole, Cocoon, Light Bomb from Anduin, and Odin from Tychus Finley. PJ Red doing some awesome anchoring there. Red team getting lane prio through bot. Rhaegar actually starting up the camp for ReGen Divine. Valk, oh, the jump is down. There was an interrupt, I think, from the grenade. PJ Red trying to capitalize on it. Cocoon's Kel'Thas. Desperate prayer coming out from Anduin. Valk and Slice both stuck in this Entomb. Light Bomb interrupting the Dwarf Toss into a black hole. Delta Sniper actually getting pyroblasted there from Kel'Thas. Does go low, and my game is stuttering for some reason. Somehow, Valk is still alive after their jump, their Dwarf Toss, getting interrupted 3 times. And that is a 3-for-0 trade in favor of ReGen Divine. Really well controlled there after 2 of them got caught in an Entomb, followed up with the Light Bomb, followed up with the Black Hole. That's some nice layering of ultimates from Cats on my Keyboard there. Let's see what ReGen Divine do with the space they've created. They are going to try and take this Cats on my Keyboard's siege camp here for free. Logic is trying to channel the enemy team's objective up here. Leoric is going to get caught out here. Ghost, you are going to have to ghost away, and does. No problem. So bot lane prio, obviously the most important thing on this map, and ReGen Divine are really sorting out here. You saw Cats on my Keyboard channel their bell tower top, and ReGen Divine after trying to channel top right. Blaze does channel ReGen Divine's side.
Like all the others.
Seeing both teams, well, you're seeing Cats on my keyboard trying to clean up bot a little bit. ReGen Divine making very, very short work of that siege camp. Obviously, with the invade from Divine onto Cats on my keyboard's camp, that one is lagging a little bit behind. So it's going to come up in about 1:30. A new Barak is cocooning Rhaegar, and Cats on my keyboard are looking for a kill. That is a black hole followed up with an N2, forcing out the Ancestral. Light Bomb onto Valk, who's holding back 4 members of Cats on my keyboard, and unfortunately that was a lot of buttons pressed on the side of the red team, and they didn't secure a kill with it. Valk looking to jump in here and secure a kill on Magdadio, getting low. Blaze, a 2-person stun. Ghost on Leoric goes down. And that is a very nice bunker there, keeping everybody up. Slice looking for more here onto Magdadio, down to a 3rd HP. Rhaegar blocks the route and hopefully walks away. 1-for-0 trade there in favor of ReGen Divine. Divine looking incredibly strong, honestly. That's a totem to help with the retreat. And Divine will need to top off quickly, hopefully if they have taps and such, for this 1 bell tower objective phase in the middle. Castle McKilbert actually rotating here onto Blaze. That's an N2 mount. 4 members of the enemy team focusing them, and I think that might be a dead Blaze. It is not a dead Blaze. Hello? Logic still lives to potentially help out with this objective phase. Cocoon coming out onto Kael'thas, but Yota is trying to clear that up very quickly. Stun coming out onto Kael'thas, but Yota with a nice cleanse, about stunning 1 member of Cats on my keyboard. Logic coming back in to help. Is still alive somehow, all the while the DPS is getting Cats on my keyboard low, and Kael'thas takes out a new Barak. Slice into Ghost. Ghost Leo, I think you're going to struggle there. 2-for-0 trade in favor of ReGen Divine, and an objective, and Cats on my keyboard siege camp as well. So I would probably see this structure down here convert to Divine, which of course on this map means you get extra bell tower shots. And the reason why bot lane is the most important, if you're not familiar, is that those sappers can just march right on into core. So what you should see here is Divine just living in bot lane for the rest of the game. We'll see how it works out. Their camp is up. And 16s, they're rapidly closing in on 16s, which will be a very chunky talent tier advantage. Would like to see them do something with that. Maybe use it to defend this bot structure and get a pick or 2. Leo is down here now, so it is 5v4 in favor of Cats on my keyboard. But ReGen Divine do have level 16. Entomb out onto Slice, but the rest of the red team isn't able to focus and follow up, so she gets out of there no problem. We have seen Odin pop to new Barak, Burrow charging in onto Slice, Cocoon out onto Rhaegar, Light Bomb onto a new Barak. They are trying to get Valor. That was so many buttons, but Valor does go down. Yota popping the Ancestral on themselves. 1-for-0 trade on the side of Cats on my keyboard. This will be a little bit of a tough call to defend this, but oh my gosh, Yota and Valk just diving in there and securing the pick on Tassadar. Softens the blow of losing Valor a little bit, and helps the structure in bot lane stay on the blue side. Right now we have the off laners channeling the opposite side's bell towers, but of course at some point, and I missed this, ReGen Divine capped mid, so that means, what is that? That's 6 tower shots per bell tower channel on the side of ReGen Divine. ReGen Divine, now, it's just those two. They clear that camp up so quickly. A Rhaegar and a Kael'thas, clearing that up no problem. Cats on my keyboard do recap bottom and secure level 16 as well. Let's take a look at those talents real quick.
One of my towers has been stolen.
We've got 2 pulls from Anduin, so we've got to keep in mind that if we see 1 pull, there may be another. They both have a cooldown. Wave clear build from Tassadar. It's interesting to see the Pyroblast, actually, from Kel'Thas. Anyway, Cocoon coming out onto Rhaegar there. PJ Red looking to stun, but does not connect. Buxley's getting super low, gets hit by the Light Bomb, and Tychus's damage is just not sticking, it seems like. Desperate Prayer coming out. PJ Red on a new Brek does stay up, and ReGen Divine walk away. Meanwhile... Oh, yep, the bunker will stop you getting that, but that was probably calculated because you were more concerned with your life. Logic trying to sneak the camp there, does get away. That is a Pyroblast onto Anduin. Anduin deleted. Valor cleans up Tychus, but Leoric turns around and secures the Blaze pick. 3-for-1 trade in favor of ReGen Divine there. The camp did go over to Cats on my keyboard, and it is now in lane, so ReGen Divine will look to clean that up. We got 2 Bell Towers for this objective phase, with 3 members of Cats on my keyboard down. You would think this is a double cap for Divine. The Cats on the keyboard are thinking about stalling mid. Fortunately, they could not make that happen, but they did recap both of their structures. So they have 4 HP left on their core, but if ReGen Divine can walk up to Valk right now, that is a Tassadar. Oh. Slice coming in here onto PJ Red, Ghost rotating onto Leo. There is a Cocoon out as well into that Entomb, followed by a Black Hole, but it doesn't quite connect either. All the while, ReGen Divine do recap the bot structure and are rapidly approaching level 20. All members of Cats on my keyboard are back up, and they will be doing their darndest to safely recap this bot structure here as best they can. Boss is on the map, and ReGen Divine could end with it. Somebody has sniffed out Ghost rotating on Leo, and they are backing up. That's probably a wise choice, though they do have level 20s online, and everybody's got mana and such, so this is bold. This is bold from Cats on my keyboard. Entomb coming out there, maybe to try and catch someone, or maybe to stall, so they can try and invade the camp. Yeah, Divine are looking to take advantage of this level 20 and this level 20. Dwarf Toss getting stunned again. Pyroblast, early Pyroblast out onto Delta Sniper on Tassadar. And Mac Daddio getting incredibly low. Gets a heal from Anduin and lives. Valk jumps in and immediately gets cocooned, but Slice finishing off that Tassadar. Ghost has rotated around now. Creepy hand out onto Slice. Valk jumps over to try and be a body here. This might be a Leoric kill. Oh my gosh. PJ Red coming in to stun, but unfortunately just a little bit too late, and Leoric goes down. 2-for-0 trade so far in favor of ReGen Divine, and that is GG. Well played. First game in this best of 3 series going over to ReGen Divine. I'm gonna update all of my little overlays. GG, well played both teams. ReGen Divine picking up that first map. We will see what the next map is gonna be. See whether Cats on my keyboard go for first pick, or if they go for map pick. And let's take a look at the talents of game 1, see if there's anything that stands out. Obviously the double pull. It was cool to see Cats on my keyboards like wombo potential coming into play, and also like between the Black Hole and the Entomb, but the Cocoon setting that up as well. The Light Bomb being used defensively and offensively. It just didn't quite result in a kill when those buttons were pressed. ReGen Divine doing an incredible job at staying alive. Oh yeah, pop 'em fresh, yeah. For everybody that frequents my stream, my regular stream, I regularly say that the best Valor that when I refer to the best Valor that I know, I am referring to Slice. You just can't argue with that, you really can't. Yeah, all of these looking pretty familiar. In terms of the Rhaegar build, which is probably the one that I'm the most qualified to comment on, that's pretty standard. And Yota did a really good job to help secure kills as well. Really picking up what Valk was laying down there. Let's see if we have a map. Okay, cool. They're taking first pick. Okay, so Cats on my keyboard are taking first pick, and ReGen Divine are choosing the map right now. Map number 2, best of 3 series, Div B West, NGS. Welcome in. If you've just joined us, ReGen Divine just took map 1, and we are just figuring out map 2 here. Actually, yeah, Third Wind, Reverberation. Reverberation was presumably for Tychus? Skullcracker, the best Bronzebeard Rage in the game, which is, of course, Moradin's Bronzebeard Rage. Imposing Presence, which Valcorso likes picking on ETC. And then Rewind, because more stuns and more Dwarf Tosses. But yeah, oh my god, the Dwarf Toss interruption from Cats on my keyboard there was off the chain. It was just persistent. It was very persistent. Really well done. I'm sure Valk was feeling it. Yeah, very, very dominant showing there from Divine. Slice going 8 for 1, 83,000 hero damage. Next closest was Tychus, but it was 20k, 20,000 away. Alright, let's see if we've got a map. Let's see. Sky Temple. Alright. Alrighty. Okay, let's pop over to the map screen while I get in the lobby. So, if you are just joining us, for game 1, ReGen Divine did win the coin flip. So they got first pick, which meant Cats on my keyboard took us right to Towers of Doom, after they had banned out Cursed Hollow and Garden of Terror, and ReGen Divine had banned out Dragonshire and Alterac. Map 2 of this best of 3 is going to be Sky Temple. Take a sip of my Coke, my voice is giving out on me. Looks like we have all of the members of both teams in here just sorting out hat and the game settings, lobby mode and all that jazz. And now I have that song from Chicago stuck in my head. Oh dear. I won't sing it, I'll spare you all the pain. Oh dear. If you are new here, hi, I'm Psychopants. We've played in NGS a couple seasons, casted here and there, focusing on casting this season, and I do stream 3 times a week. A lot of it, well, on Thursdays I play Heroes of the Storm League with Valkslays. The one, the only. But yeah, we play a lot of Heroes of the Storm. Looks like we just need Ghost taking the captain hat here. And then we'll be good to go. It's always fun seeing Sky Temple. I feel like at least when I play Sky Temple, I'm like, okay, I know this is a macro map, but that's about it. Hester ready. Though she is losing her voice. So, let's see if Cats on my keyboard can pick up a game and then give us a 3-game series. Or if ReGen Divine are going to take it away with a 2-0. Looks like we're getting into the draft here. Let me hit that add button so we can get rid of ads during the game.
Sky Temple.
Oh, I forgot to turn off Pokemon Community Game. Oh well. The first ban is coming out from Cats on My Keyboard. It's a ReGen ban because they did not like the prowess of the ReGen prowess of Absolute Yoda. And we'll see how they respond. Welcome back from the ad break. Thank you for sticking around. Just getting into draft here. Junkrat ban, classic. Again, he's good on every map. And then when you get a point control map, he becomes even more oppressive, I feel like. If you're trying to get in onto a temple and there's a Junkrat trap, well, cool. You know, makes your job incredibly hard. Second ban from Cats on My Keyboard. Curious what they'll first pick, actually. Is the Blaze. So they didn't like that either, Logic on the Blaze, in last game. With some solid rotations and some camp invasions there, really empowered by the presence of Logic on Blaze. Second ban from ReGen Divine is going to be on the Johanna. It's never a bad idea to Banjo, and I love saying Banjo because it reminds me of Banjo-Kazooie. Delta Sniper, Cats on My Keyboard, picking up the Valor as the first pick, so Slice does not get that this time. And of course with Junkrat banned out, though Sylvanas is still up for Slice if Slice so chooses. We'll see who picks up these first two heroes. Slice on the Sylvanas, lovely. An Absolute Yoga swapping from the Rhaegar to the Brightwing. Brightwing, always a good presence on a big map like Sky Temple, of course, because of that global. The potential to soak another lane and then teleport in could be very, very strong. Other globals that are up right now include the Hacker. Hogger, of course, not being banned this time, so Ghost does pick up the Hogger. Followed by the Stukov. Again, point control map. Stukov with that silence can be really, really gnarly. The last ban here for ReGen Divine. Cats on My Keyboard don't have a tank yet. I wonder if they don't want to see that Nubarak, because a Nubarak with the Stukov, I mean Varian's on the table as well. I know that's a bit of a easy execution Varian Stukov combo. They stick with banning the Karazim, so there are quite a few options on the table here to synergize with the Stukov puddle. What you want to see really is ReGen Divine try and abuse the fact that Cats on My Keyboard don't have a cleanse. And I'll be curious to see what build Stukov chooses to go. Final ban of game 2 in this best of 3 series is going to be Chromie. That is another, that's actually another hero that Slice plays. But Slice already having locked. Won't be too worried about that. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to mention. Globals on this map, and then Dahak is still on the table, but the Hogger was locked by Ghost and I got sidetracked. So Logic actually picking up the Dahaker as well, so 2 globals on the side of ReGen Divine on this very macro-focused map. Their draft looking very good. Cats on My Keyboard, I'm interested to see what tank they pick up, because I think that might make or break. That will bring the sauce, so to speak. So PJ Red sticking on the Lovebug and Nubarak, and MacDaddy are actually swapping from a Tychus to a Mage in Li Ming this time. Nubarak is one of my favourite tanks to play Stukov with, because Nubarak has so many stuns, which is what your puddle needs to be the most effective that it can be. Wafflecopter has the honour of last pick, so round out the draft of ReGen Divine and take us into this game 2. It's gonna be Jaina Proudmore. Jaina Proudmore herself. We'll see if they do any switcheroonies. But it doesn't look like it. The match is starting in 1 second, plus the loading screen. It's going to be cool to see how ReGen Divine make use of the global presence that they have on their team. Of course, the extra push potential and power with Sylvanas' trait. On the side of Cats on my keyboard, I mean, the comboing off of Anub'arak and Stukov, like I wanna be seeing the synergy between those two and those two working together. So let's get into this second game of a best of 3.
If you wish to live, that is.
And of course, with the Sylvanas, will they cheese? Question mark. It looks like they maybe. So on the left side, on the blue team, on ReGen Divine, you have Slice on Sylvanas, Wafflecopter on Jaina Proudmoore, Absolute Yoa on Brightwing, Valk Slays on Moradin, and Logic on the Hacker. On the right side, on the red team, on Cats on my keyboard, we've got Apple on Stukov, Delta Sniper, taking that Vala, Macdadio on Li Ming, PJ Red on the Anub'arak, and Ghost on the Hogger. Ghost actually walking up on over to this tower. The Hacker starting bot here instead, and ReGen Divine are looking for this cheese. The trait has been turned on by Sylvanas, and they are looking to try and secure this cannon tower. I think they are safe to step up here if they so choose, but it looks like they get a little bit of chip damage and then back up. Wafflecopter clearing up the lane. And Cats on my keyboard choosing to use the space that they have to actually get more of a structure advantage through mid. Logic chucking a tongue out. It does miss this time. Level 1s here. It's looking like low blow for Stukov. You love to see it, honestly. Calamity. That is Calamity, right? Or is that the name of her? There's Aether Walker. That's the name of the. Never mind. For Li Ming there. Basic attack Valor. Will both teams go to their camps? It looks like Cats on my keyboard immediately on their siege camp here. I think Valk wants the camp to be taken, but it looks like the hard camp is actually being taken on the side of ReGen Divine by Slice and Yoa in the top left. It'll take them a little bit, but they will get there. So race car to Hacker looking build there. So we should be seeing great use of that global. That's great. Messing with the camera a little bit too much. Sorry about that. Wafflecopter getting caught out by Anub'arak, but without the follow-up here. Jaina should be able to walk away, no problem. Logic rotating down here, probably to relieve Jaina Proudmoore of duty, one would think. While red team are pushing down here in top, and a Sylvanas empowered push from ReGen Divine coming out in top lane. Hello, Rodney, welcome. Just Ghost here, trying to clean up this camp, but Valk is not having any of it. Just stalling Hogger out here. So, ReGen Divine do secure the 2 cannon towers and the gate up top, while Cats on my keyboard do the same thing in bot lane and actually get a little bit of damage on this fort. Are we going to see a spicy fight? It looks like ReGen Divine want it. Sylvanas and Li Ming are both mid. Oh, Logic getting the pull out onto Anub'arak, followed up by an almost stun from Moradin there. Wafflecopter slowed to high heaven. And unfortunately, that is a 1-for-0 trade in favor of Cats on my keyboard. Cats on my keyboard are looking actually to get Sylvanas now, but Moradin coming in for the peel, forcing out the teleport. But the silence onto Brightwing to prevent the teleport means that Absolute Yoa is in a terrible spot now, getting picked from a Li Ming orb. Well played there, Cats on my keyboard. Meanwhile, Hogger for the red team has been channeling this top objective. And the rest of Cats on my keyboard coming in to channel some of the mid objective now too. Sylvanas rotating here. Oh, sorry. Bit of a 1v1 the archers. Slice backing out of that. Is able to live another day. We've got a little bit of 3v4 happening up here. Brightwing, of course, can TP and does so in onto Logic on the Hacker. Slice on Sylvanas is now joining the rest of the team, and Valky's rotating through to mid. While Valor is actually just kind of free pushing this structure. Yeah, Jaina gets slowed and killed. How ironic. Yeah, a little bit.
Such a feeble mind.
Jaina Proudmore. Such a feeble mind. Okay, we have a 4v4 right here. Cats on my keyboard channeling the remainder of the second temple. How are we doing on those stacks? 37 stacks for Valor. It looks like Cats on my keyboard are hoping to get a pick here. A nice teleport coming out from Slice. Denies Cats on my keyboard anything. Yeah, so we're looking at low blow, vigorous reuptake, growing infestation, aggressive Sukov build, and it's paying off so far. Got possession on the side of Sylvanas. Both camps being picked up by both teams. In terms of XP, both teams sitting around the same. Red team, forgive me. Hogger doing some work up here for Cats on my keyboard does secure the first fort of the game, while Valor has basically secured the second fort of the game. So structure advantage definitely over to Cats on my keyboard. The 4v4 going out down here, big slow coming out from Sukov. Unfortunately that Poddle not catching any members of the blue team there. Delta Sniper just trying to keep up those face stacks, I presume. Level 10s will come online slightly faster for the red team, so they might be able to turn on a dime here if they so choose and use that 10 advantage. Hogger is actually securing mid here. Logic trying their best, but it will go down to minions. Sylvanas has split off and is trying to equalize top. So it's a 4v3 down here in favor of Cats on my keyboard, but they did let ReGen Divine get level 10. Coming up on half of capping half of this fort. Big Puddle. The Hacker has rotated now, gets a drag out onto Sukov, and that's the prime target. Unfortunately, Moradin was cocooned, but ReGen Divine secured the kill without that anyway. At the same time, however, Sylvanas does get picked in the top lane by Ghost on the Hogger, so 1-for-1 trade. Drag coming out there from Logic does not quite connect. We've got level 10s online for both teams, so let's see what we're working with. We've got Rain of Vengeance from Valor. Hortipole? Yeah, Hortipole from Hogger, Cocoon from Anubarak. Flailing Swipe, actually, from Sukov. Disintegrate from Li Ming. Blink Heal from Brightwing. Water Elemental from Jaina. Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. Avatar from Moradin. And Isolation from the Hacker. Oh, that was a really good stun there from Hogger out onto Moradin. Swiftly followed by a Sylvanas kill will mean that ReGen Divine have to back off of this objective. 2-0 trade in favor of Cats on the keyboard. But we're now looking to make some moves on this boss. Surprising because the death timers are still pretty low at like 8 minutes into the game. So yeah, it looks like Divine are just going to give this over, give the boss over, and then look to defend and clear up afterwards. Hopefully Logic doesn't kind of peek this and then pay for it. No, it does not look like it. Just an easy boss over to Cats on the keyboard, who are rapidly approaching level 13 with all of this work that they've been doing to get ahead on structures. Looks like Magdadio is kind of semi-backing up the boss. But this boss basically allows Cats on my keyboard to just secure the objective bot with no contest. It looks like Brightwing is trying to make use of that global that we talked about to make up the XP deficit. Of course, ReGen Divine's still down 13. Cats on my keyboard using that 13 advantage to invade and secure Divine's siege camp, adding to the pressure through bot lane. Oh, red team were looking for a gank here onto the Hacker, but the Hacker figured that out and borrowed away. No problem. Hogger right now is top did clear up blue team's camp there. That structure is down to about half. Red team picking up both of their camps now. Most of red team on bot, and then Hogger doing Hogger things to pick up the hard camp in top lane. Divine are basically doing their best to turtle and just pick up that level 13, get back on even footing here. The tricky thing with the globals is Brightwing, of course, has the risk of being caught out. She's a lot squishier than Dahaka, but it looks like red team were going for that, and Brightwing, Yota on Brightwing, kind of figured that out and backed up. With the space, seeing basically all members of Cats on My Keyboard through bot, they are going to leave Dahaka here to clean up top. Ghost doing an excellent job of preventing most of Divine from backing to defend the keep. Just slowing them down here. I think only Slice was able to back up there, so you've got Brightwing and Sylvanas trying to defend this keep. Meanwhile, Ghost on this, I can see why the Hogger was banned in game 1. My lord. Ghost securing the kill there, and then another member of Divine goes down in bot. 2-for-1 trade in favor of Cats on My Keyboard right now, and they secure level 16 with that as well. They have that hard camp pushing through top. This Hogger doing work. And unfortunately Divine right now on the back foot with a double temple phase. Both frontliners standing on each respectively. Yeah, Divine are in a tricky spot here because I think you might have to fight down 16. Water Elemental being cast by Waffle here is going to kind of get all up in Li Ming's grill. The tank is on bot point right now. I don't know if Divine know that. The hacker is teleporting in, looked for the drag out of the bush, but didn't quite connect. Divine now channeling mid here. Anubarak still on the point bot. I think Divine can figure that out right now, and they're trying to go for a pick. Valor getting a piece of a quest done. Hogger spinning through. Are you looking for a... Oh, you don't have shockwave. Never mind. Oh, a stun there onto Valk. Forces out the silence from Sylvanas, but Moradin does go down there. Jaina being cocooned now, and Yota being picked out. Gets away by the skin of their teeth with a blink heal. Unfortunately, the Waffle on Jaina does not share that same victory. Down 16. 2 members of Divine dead. Cats on My Keyboard pushing for core. In game 2 in this best of 3. Can there be a heroic core defense here? Several members of Cats on My Keyboard are getting incredibly low. That's a waterfall in from a very slippery Hogger, and that's game 2 going over to the side of Cats on My Keyboard. GG, well played. So we do get a 3-game series, so that's good for us. We get more HOTS. We get to watch more HOTS, team. Okay, updated the score. Let's look at these stats. Very, very low kill game compared to Towers of Doom, particularly. Hogger, honestly, I think MVP for me in that game. MVP. I think Hogger got the first structure of the game and then was just 1v2ing up there, preventing three people from backing, pushing a hard camp all at the same time. Yeah, dominant showing from Divine in game 1, dominant showing, or dominant response from Cats on My Keyboard in game 2. Take a look at the talents. Yeah, you've got this Calamity build, Li Ming situation going on. And then, yeah, Podol Stukov, so very aggressive comp on their side. And it showed, too. They played it very, very well. Let's see if we have... a map quite yet. We don't. don't know if this is standard for Mings these days. It's been a hot minute since I played Li Ming. Don't know if that's standard. Yeah, Hogger caught them overstaying. I think Hogger actually forced them to overstay in top lane toward the end there. Because they were backing and Hogger decided to double back and saw them doing that and then stalled their hearthing to D-bot keep. It was very well done. It looks like we are going to Battlefield of Eternity. And I will find out who picked this one. And update my overlays, but you get to see my face for the moment. I will ask with a smiley face in the lobby who picked this map. But yeah, we get all 3 games in this best of 3. Very good, very fun so far. Hey, cat's on my keyboard. Okay. Oh, my bad. Thanks for the tip, though. I guess first pick is left team. Yeah, I get confused. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. Okay, so first pick going over to Divine for this one. And yeah, the last game of this best of 3 being picked by Cats on my keyboard, and it's Battlefield of Eternity. Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. Right, I'm gonna have a quick drink of Coke Zero, not sponsored. Mostly standard for Ming, usually wave of force for the ult. Thank you, Rodney. So let's see. Battlefield of Eternity. 2-lane map. It's the map that I'm like, okay. Yeah, Rhaegar's great everywhere. Because I'm a healer main. But you just, I don't know, there doesn't feel like an obvious healer choice on this map. Apart from Tyrande in coordinated play. You can't really solo queue Tyrande because people won't make use of the trait. And it feels like a little bit of a waste. Cast it ready. But yeah, let's see. Did I already go over to the map? I think I was just on my face. Yeah. So if you're just joining us, I've been treated to a game 3 in the best of 3. ReGen Divine taking the first map. Cats on my keyboard taking the second one. Dragonshire and Outerec were banned by Divine, and Cursed Hollow and Garden of Terror were banned by Cats on my keyboard. Red team took us to Towers of Doom first, where ReGen Divine won, and then ReGen Divine took us to Sky Temple, where Cats on my keyboard won. Okay, yeah, that's no problem. Cats on my keyboard has one person AFK. Be right back. Which gives me a chance to continue drinking. I should probably drink some water, not just Coke, hey? Yeah, but what are the kind of things that we like to see on Battlefield of Eternity? I mean, obviously, like Immortal Race, you can choose whether or not to go for Immortal Race. So we'll see if either side go for Immortal Race and which one does it better. I would expect to see the Valor either picked or banned here. Obviously, with the threat of Slice on Valor, and then... Oh, I can't remember who played it on Cats on my keyboard last game. But very competent Valor players on both sides. And she's obviously, I mean, I feel like she's great everywhere. But Battlefield of Eternity, you know, she tends to come to mind first. Oh my god, Rodney, thank you for asking me to praise the sun. And congrats on second. Cast is still ready. Yup. So we get into this. I wonder what the offlanes will be too. Let's get into this draft for game 3 of this best of 3 series. ReGen Divine against Cats on the Keyboard. Div B West. Yeah, you'd like to see Tyrande from Cats. They seem to favor blow up, aggressive dive. Yeah, they did really well with that last game. Yeah, and see a counter to that from Divine. I mean, I'd love to see a Tyrande. She's one of my favorites, and I don't get to play her enough. I feel like she shines in coordinated play. Okay, first ban. Going over to that Hogger, and rightly so, honestly. My lord, Ghost. First ban from Cats on my keyboard. Maybe the Junkrat, maybe the Valor. It's gonna be the Valor. So no Valor this game, no Valor for us. None for you, Gretchen Wiener. Sorry, that's a Mean Girls quote. Ghost could always play, I'm thinking about, so they played Leoric in game 1. They could do that again. They had some really solid entombs. Stukov being banned as well. They did not, ReGen Divine did not like that Stukov. Both teams using the full kind of ban timer. Love to see thought being put into all of this stuff. And scouting's clearly been done. Absolute Yoto being banned again. Banned out on that Rhaegar. One should never apologize for Mean Girls quotes. Okay, the full thing was 4 for you, get Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco. And none for Gretchen Wiener. Bye. There you go. Alright, first pick. Who are we going to prio? Blaze is still up. Johanna was let through the draft. I missed that. I'm a bad caster. Valkslay's picking up Johanna. And if anybody's curious, I need an update from Johanna on... Oh no! I don't have my sound set up over here. Sorry, Rodney. Ah, Ghost picking up the Blaze, actually. So obviously Logic can't play that one. Apple going back on over to the Anduin. I wonder if we see the Kael'thas come out, because pulling a living bomb is so upsetting. Now that Stukov is banned, may as well break out the owls. Tessida, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's never gonna happen. Yeah, but Anduin actually being picked up instead of Tyrande there. I wonder... I don't know if Yoda plays Tyrande. No, it's the Lucio coming out this time, followed by Waffle on Hanzo. Hanzo, really, really good race. Really good race. And now we are into the last ban phase of this last game on Battlefield of Eternity. ReGen Divine don't have a solo laner, so maybe that is what Cats on my Keyboard will prioritize banning. My best Nizivo impression. Oh my god, no. Greymane being banned out. Interesting. I would be curious. I mean, I don't know if it's typical to see Hanzo and a Greymane on the same side. But Greymane is incredible race. That's Tessidus's best impression of Nizivo. Amazing. Amazing. Moradin being banned out. Yep. Good call, because the tank is still yet to be picked by the red team. Stop redeeming the Nazebo sound. God damn it. We're gonna have to play that a bunch when I go back to my regular stream stuff. Li Ming being locked in by Delta Sniper and PJ Red picking up the Diablo. First time we're seeing Diablo in this series. That'll be fun. Of course, Anduin with a pole can get Diablo out of very sticky situations that he might not be able to get himself out of because he's a very in hero. Oh, awesome. Logic actually picking up the Urel here and Slice switching on over to the Chromie. Chromie is surprisingly good race on this. I feel like she gets overlooked a lot. And she's safe poke, usually. Unless, I mean, if you're playing into an Anubrak, everything goes a little bit sideways. But in this case, it's Diablo. Double Mage on the side of Cats on my keyboard. Interesting. Delta Sniper picking up the Tassadar there. Any swaps? No. No swaps. Everybody's staying as is. In terms of which draft I prefer, the Double Mage definitely threw me for a loop there. But I think... it's tough. It's tough. I like the race on ReGen Divine. But I'm sure there's going to be some nasty combos out from Cats on my keyboard. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Last map. Best of 3. 1 for 1. Each team's walked away with 1 map. So this will be the deciding factor. Yeah, great Urel pick. Let's see. It's going to be exciting to see this Urel. Alright, let's get into it.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Alright. On the left side for the last time tonight. On the blue team, on ReGen Divine. Vogue Slays on Johanna. Slice on Chromie. Absolute Yoa on the Lucio. Wafflecopter on Hanzo. And Logic on Urel.
10 seconds.
On the right side, on the red team, on Cats on my keyboard, we've got Apple on Anduin, Delta Sniper on Tassadar, PJ Red on Diablo, Magdadio on Li Ming, and Ghost on Blaze. But yeah, we'll see how this double mage plays out. I'm looking at level 1's picked up. Hanzo already getting 2 stacks on Scatter. Chromie going W at 1, already getting 4 stacks on that. Interesting level 1 pickup from the Diablo, actually. Oh, big Chromie damage onto the Tassadar. Magdadio looking for those Li Ming, nasty Li Ming angles. Yeah, Divine looking to see if they can maybe catch out the Li Ming doing those angles. That's a good call onto Anduin there. Tassadar stepping up to get that wall off. Iron Skin now down for Johanna. Diablo pushing Johanna back there. 3-person subdue, I think. Some safe siege damage from Chromie. Tickling the wall of Cats on my keyboard. A little bit of damage done to both sides, and now they're looking at this siege camp. Sorry, I'm like zoomed in, I think. Wow, sorry. Hopefully I didn't do that all game last game. Li Ming making the most of their range. Chunking down at the gate. Gate is now on like half health. Some cannon tower damage there too. Ooh, Yota taking a big orb to the face. Johanna getting flipped. Wall back there to try and separate Lucio from Johanna. And And it's now 2 minutes 15. Both teams are going on over to their camps. Who's got faster clear this time? It might be Cats on my keyboard. Blaze swinging on down to help with the clear as well. Logic on Uriel, using the space to safely push up their lane. Got the gentle person's agreement. Diablo actually coming over here to scout that bruiser camp. Sees that it wasn't capped. Yota picking it up now to get the timing down. Same thing happening over here as well. Doubt a sniper now. Just capping the bruisers now. Thanks, Iron. Another wall squeezing Johanna. Walks away, no problem though. Blaze is down here and Uriel is still soloing top, so that's interesting. I suppose Blaze is down here trying to help clear this camp, whereas Uriel's dealing with that by themselves up top. I thought something was happening here with a Diablo pick, but it's Johanna and she is walking how far. Ghost getting time trapped there and then slowed by the Lucio and taken down. Finally killing blow by Johanna. Well played there by Divine, wanting up the trade in favor of Divine. Li Ming taking a lot of damage. PJ Red coming in to peel with that shadow charge on Diablo. Should walk away no problem. That's quite a bit of damage racking up on Johanna from those Li Ming spells. Tassadar is stepped up quite far here. But ReGen Divine focused on D'ing their Immortal while Hanzo is racing. You love to see that. Mana getting low on the side of Divine, less so on Cats on my keyboard. See if they tap or if they just try and stick it out. Oh, Blaze coming in, gets a stun off onto Lucio, and all of the Li Ming damage hits Lucio, and Lucio is now gone. That was too much damage there. Speaking of damage though, Chroma getting quite a bit out onto the Tassadar. I was going to say Tigress. And Wafflecopter's just looking to try and get those scatter stacks. Thankfully doesn't get punished. And you've got Slice making the most of the Chromie right here. Just artillery through the wall, and the first objective of the game goes over to ReGen Divine along with level 7. See what's happening down here though. It looks like Divine might be opting to push the opposite lane to the Immortal. Poor old Ghost on Blaze 1v4 and down here if they do decide to stay and push, which it looks like they are doing. With this first Immortal, it's probably a good shout. Tassadar from Cats on my keyboard rotating down here to try and help Blaze prevent a little bit of this push. Oh, a nice suck from Johanna there and some Chromie damage. Not quite fully connecting, but Tassadar getting low nonetheless. And up here with the Immortal, Cats on my keyboard doing a good job of cleaning it up. It might not even get a gate, or it might get a gate. Yep, it just gets the gate, but no fort damage for that Immortal today. Both teams now level 7. Let's have a little peeky at the talents. We do have Chromie's ultimate ability through. Obviously, she gets it a little bit early, but with her being a member of the Bronze Dragonflight and everything, so she has slowing sands, really good. Point control could potentially help Divine secure more race by stalling members of Cats on my keyboard. Iron Skin used for Johanna, a nice pushback into a Chromie spell from Lucio there, and there is that slowing sands. Desperate Prayer out from Apple on Anduin. And 2 members of Divine backing to top off in health and mana. With that space, it looks like Cats on the keyboard are going to take this top siege camp. Uriel right now is just hanging out in bot lane, not capping that camp currently. Lucio's scouting in the middle over here. And will quickly regroup with their team. XP difference is not that high. Both teams on level 9, about quarter level-ish. A sixth of a level.
I will reach your position shortly.
Both teams' camps are up. Cats on my keyboard rotated from top impalers to bot impalers. And 3 members of Divine are picking up this bruise camp here, while Clout goes ahead here. Gotta be careful though. This is kind of a full strength 5-person Cats on my keyboard team down in bot lane. Uriel did swap, meanwhile, picking up that level 10 through top. The hard camp going over to ReGen Divine, really good during this objective phase. They have level 10 advantage, but again, it's only for like a few seconds. But they are going to try and use that to race to half time with the Immortal. In terms of level 10s online for Divine, we have High Five from Lucio. We got Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo. That Slowing Sands that I mentioned from Chromie. Blessed Shield from Johanna. And you never see Uriel, so Ardent Defender from Uriel. Red team now getting level 10s online, looking to defend their Immortal here, but it's going to be a bit of a tall order. Blaze only just rotating now, getting the stun out onto Uriel, into the APOC. Johanna holding back 3 members of Cats on my keyboard. That's a black hole out onto Uriel. Ardent Defender is not enough, and they do fall, and this Immortal is so incredibly low. Chromie might be looking to sneak a little Dragon's Breath over there, but Anduin smells the Chromie. Li Ming securing a kill out onto Absolute Yota on Lucio, and Chromie does what Chromie does best on this map and does secure the second objective, going over to the side of ReGen Divine. Cats on the keyboard looking to try and equalize things a little bit. So even though ReGen Divine did get the Immortal, they'll be hard pressed to push with it because Chromie and Lucio going down there.
I shall march for Hell's gates.
In terms of ultimate abilities, on the side of Cats of my on my keyboard, we got Bunker from Blaze, Black Hole from Tassadar, Apocalypse from Diablo, Light Bomb on Anduin, and then Disintegrate again actually on Li Ming. And that is Hanzo getting their quest at 9 minutes on the dot. So those scatters are going to be hurting a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, Immortal cleared up, no problem, by Cats on my keyboard, saving this fort down here. Blaze ghost rotating actually on Blaze. That forces out the Slowing Sands, which does render that Light Bomb a little bit inert. 5v4 at the minute. Favor a red team, but Blaze is wandering off back into top. The rotation having not secured a kill here. They have developed quite an XP lead, so Blaze, it seems, is able to just kind of rotate more freely. Oh, big subdue there from Johanna into a lot of Chromie damage, but it doesn't quite secure the kill. Diablo in the backline of ReGen Divine, Slave backing up to try and peel. PJ Red getting hit by all of the damage does go down on Diablo, but will be back because of Souls. Iron Skin there, keeping Johanna up. MacDaddio teleporting over the wall, but Wafflecopter on Hanzo following. Sees what Li Ming was doing there and is like, I can do that too. I'm coming for you. So that was technically a 2-for-0 trade in favor of ReGen Divine, but Diablo is back because they had their souls. And with that advantage, they are going to push the advantage and secure this bot structure, which at the 10-minute mark is the first structure of the game. Going over to the blue side. ReGen Divine, Wafflecopter doing some more parkour. That is a lot of damage there actually, out onto Tassadar. PJ Red nearby, but doesn't have the souls, so can't be as aggressive as I'm sure Diablo would like to. Desperate Pair coming out, so that's down for the next little bit. Iron Skin out. Diablo coming in aggressively. Nice stun out onto Logic. Forces out a little bit of a peeling Blessed Shield. This Li Ming damage is really starting to add up here onto Divine. They are ahead on the Immortals just by a little bit, and I think that they could probably safely poke it down. Cats on the keyboard doing their best to find some ground here. MacDaddio looking for those Li Ming angles. It looks like they're going to return to get their Bruiser camp here and maybe try and defend at halftime. Because Hanzo, as you can see, Hanzo and Chromie can both hit the Immortal from basically the other side of the map. Valk getting some scouting in there. Yeah, the camp there being picked up by Cats on my keyboard. They're going to have to ferociously defend here. Job coming out to Logic. APOC onto Chromie. The slice with the stasis. Light Bomb and Black Hole both being used. Lucio speeding them away. That's a lot of buttons. Also, Wafflecopter chucking out that arrow as well to help with the Chromie save. Johanna now in a bit of an awkward spot. Some nice chain CC coming out from Cats on the keyboard. 1-0 trade in favor of the red team. They're going to have to be careful here. Slice actually steps up and gets picked out by Diablo and murdered. Murdered by Li Ming with that disintegrate. Lucio following suit there as well. Logic on Urel going up to the top lane to try and clear up this camp, which has been pressuring up there. Very well controlled, well played there by Cats on the keyboard. Really good defense. Wafflecopter just kind of bugging the front line on the Hanzo. Now Logic coming in. Members of ReGen Divine are coming back. Valk Slay's back on the scene. It's their turn to do a big defense here. Ghost focusing on the Immortal. Black Hole, early Black Hole coming out from Tassadar. Delta Sniper on Tassadar. PG Red and Apple trying to defend the red team's Immortal. And this Immortal does... Ooh, unfortunately that arrow does miss. Pull out onto PG Red on Diablo. This Immortal going over to Cats on my keyboard, who are rapidly advancing on level 16 as well. So like with that talent here advantage, they'll look to dig in and make the most of that when it comes online at 16. Diablo has their souls once more, so we'll probably be seeing some of the confidence, some of the aggression coming back from PJ Red there. That's most of the Immortal down though. Very, very swift cleanup from Divine. 3 members of Cats on my keyboard. Slowed healing reduction with that Subdue. Ghost on Blaze shocking around here, but will be deterred by the slowing sands. Urel is looking to push that top lane as well. So Cats on my keyboard securing blue team's fort down here. APOC out onto Lucio, into a light bomb, into Black Hole. And that is absolute Yota going down. 1-0 trade in favor of Cats on the keyboard, and they secured this fort in bot lane. Productive objective phase for them. Damage getting a little bit low on mana here. And Logic on Urel. I wonder if this will actually go down. I think it will go down because no members of Cats on the keyboard are going to clear it up. They're actually using this time. Both teams get 16. Both teams are on 16 now. And Cats on the keyboard are trying to steal this camp. That's a lot of Li Ming damage, followed up by a wallbang from Diablo and Johanna going down there. But Diablo does go down. Ooh, following suit. That's a big arrow out there onto Li Ming, but blue team not quite close enough to capitalize and secure that kill. That camp invade was successful in terms of the camp going over to Cats on the keyboard, and it was a 1-for-1 trade there. Both teams are the same talent tier. Logic already cleared up this camp before objective, no problem. So they, Cats on my keyboard played that very well because their camp over here is up in 10 seconds, whereas blue team's camp is down for a whole 3 minutes. So if they wanted, they could rip this camp and have that pressure through this objective phase. Valk coming back on Johanna. Yeah, I don't know how that Blaze Stun didn't hit Hanzo either. Even footing here, honestly. The map looks incredibly even as well in terms of structures. APOC already being used, forcing out the Iron Skin into a Light Bomb, and that is so much damage onto Johanna. Johanna is being deleted, followed up with a stun onto Hanzo from Blaze, finished off by the Li Ming. This double mage comp is just blowing people up. Yota trying to come around here and save Slice on the Chromie, and will maybe be successful. No! The Li Ming is just relentless. What was that, a 5 HP Chromie stasis as well? Just looking to stall things out a little bit, but that was a 4-for-0 trade in favor of Cats on my keyboard, looking incredibly dominant in that phase. Johanna just not able to live. Not able to live. Red team using the space they created to cap top 4, and so now they're getting, they're really kind of digging in and getting a lead on structures here. Cannon tower down. Yeah, cannon tower down on this wall. All of them retreat with that to clean up this Immortal. Immortal is now only at half time, though ReGen Divine aren't back at full strength quite yet. Chromie will be shortly, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to defend this, or if this Immortal is going to go over to Cats on the Keyboard. Let's see. Yeah, Li Ming doing a really good job of actually just safely poking it down. So this one's going over to... Cats on my Keyboard. Johanna got clipped by Immortal Stun. Unlucky or just really good by Diablo. Yeah, I would have to watch that back. It happened so fast. She took so much damage, Johanna. I was like, where did that come from? Oh my. Red team almost have level 20 online. It's coming there pretty quick. This Immortal is going down top lane, which is the strongest lane for ReGen Divine. If you don't know, Immortal always goes down the strongest lane, unless I am mistaken. In which case you can call me a liar. So, big defense is going to have to come out here for ReGen Divine. 320. They only have a tiny amount. A tiny little bit of time here. And then, emboldened by level 20, I would expect to see Cats on my Keyboard make the most of this Immortal here. Level 20 is now online. Let's see what we have. Upgrade to Force Wall from Tass. Hellgate from Diablo. Upgrade to the Chastise. Oh, yep, Hellgate being used there. Really quick reflexes from Yota to try and save the Chromie, but the follow-up damage, the follow-up stuns. Another stun, a wallbang stun from Diablo into the Tassadar wall. Forces out the Yrel ult. Yrel does live. 5-person stuck there from Johanna, but the Immortal and level 20 is proving a little bit too much for ReGen Divine. 3 members of their team left. The core down to 2%, core down to 0%, and that is GG, well played. Third and final game of this best of 3 going over to Cats on my Keyboard, which means the series goes over to them as well. Very close, very fun series. Let me update my stuff over here. 2 for 1 to Cats on my Keyboard. Having a look at B West, I did see that Cats on my Keyboard were kind of up there. I think they're in like the top 2 of the standings or something. Very well played by both teams. But yeah, I was very surprised to see Johanna just get obliterated. I feel like it's not often that you do see that, really. She's just a walking behemoth most of the time. So yeah, what do we got here? We got Li Ming taking, oh, well, doing 71,000 hero damage. Hanzo, 61,000 hero damage. $17,000 XP soaked by Yrel. And that's a lot of siege damage too. Really trying to make the most. Do the most they can in that solo lane. Yeah, Li Ming going 7 for 1. Cats on my Keyboard did really well to catch Lucio out as many times as they did. Just the chain CC was perfection. Let's see the talents, if there's anything that stands out here. The same Tassadar build, I think. Though we might not have gotten to 20 before. Acid Shield, Scatter Arrow, to great effect. Honestly. No, it's all looking pretty normy. And by that I mean normal. Alright. Let's check some stuff. Who else is casting right now? Or is it just me? I actually think there's only 2 games on today. Yeah, so I guess that's it, eh? For NGS today. Or this evening, rather. No problem, Val. Thank you all for the games. Very good series. Good job. Good job. It looks like Plasty is doing viewer games. So we could raid on over to Plasty. So they're doing viewer games in Heroes of the Storm. Yes, they are indeedy. Alright, yeah, let's go over there. I will be back. Where are we? Is it? Oh my gosh, is it Sunday today? Yeah, it is. I'll be back on Tuesday at around 7 p.m. Mountain Time with something. I don't know what, but with something. Maybe Heroes of the Storm. For those that don't know me, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I am Psychopants. I stream 3 times a week. Well, it's been 5 times this week. Anyway, I've just gotten over COVID. So yeah, we stream a lot of Heroes of the Storm, particularly on Thursdays where we are trying to climb an SL. I'm in gold right now. It's been hard fought, I tell you that. I tell you that. But yeah, hopefully see you back here soon. I will be back. Oh my god, somebody in Plasty's chat. That I look over at Plasty's chat and the one thing I see is he's great if you like fists. Oh my. Oh no. Oh, let's go and raid over there. If you are subbed, you can copy and paste this. If you follow, you can... Oh, I forgot that Stream Elements needs a sub. You can copy and paste this if you sub. And if you follow, you can copy and paste this in Plasty's chat. They are playing Heroes of the Storm. Looks like viewer game ARAMs. Some more Heroes of the Storm content. And... yeah, I will hit that start button because there is a delay. Let's go over there. Awesome. And I will be back on Tuesday around 7 p.m. Mountain Time, which is like 6 p.m. PT, California time, which is where everyone basically lives, right? But this has been awesome. NGS Div B West, ReGen Divine, against Cats on my keyboard. 2 for 1 to Cats on my keyboard, so GG, well played, both teams. This has been Heroes of the Storm. I've been Psychopants, and you've been awesome. Peace.